The Holy Gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ according to Luke.
Glory to you, Lord Christ.
Now Jesus was teaching in one of the synagogues on the Sabbath. And just then there appeared a woman with a spirit that had crippled her for 18 years. She was bent over and was quite unable to stand up straight. When Jesus saw her, he called her over and said, "Woman, you are set free from your ailment." When he laid his hands on her, immediately she stood up straight and began praising God. But the leader of the synagogue, indignant because Jesus had cured on the Sabbath, kept saying to the crowd, "There are 6 days on which work ought to be done. Come on those days and be cured, and not on the Sabbath day." But the Lord answered him and said, "You hypocrites! Does not each of you on the Sabbath untie his ox or his donkey from the manger and lead it away to give it water? And ought not this woman, a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan bound for 18 long years, be set free from this bondage on the Sabbath day?" When he said this, all his opponents were put to shame, and the entire crowd was rejoicing at all the wonderful things that he was doing. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Christ.
May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, my Lord and my Redeemer. Please be seated. Good morning. I welcome you all with great love and respect. You know, it's been a while since I was at this meeting here preaching, and I thought I would bring you up to date by telling you how I met my wife. So, it was in Southern California, and I was involved in healthcare at the time as a registered nurse, and I went to workshops and conferences on healthcare topics frequently. One year, I went to a conference put on by an organization called the Association for Research and Enlightenment, which I'd never heard of before, but they advertised several interesting workshops. Well, it turned out that Paige was there for the same reason. We got into some of the same workshops, got to know each other, had lunch together, and I can't remember any of the rest of the workshops. But I guess it all worked out. Well, as it turns out, the Association for Research and Enlightenment is an organization that continues to research the work of a man named Edgar Cayce. Anyone here familiar with Edgar Cayce? Okay. I'd heard his name, but I had the impression he'd been a bit of a traveling snake oil type salesman. But nothing could be further from the truth. Among other things, Cayce was a very unusual and successful healer. He'd go into a trance, someone would present him with a description of an individual's medical symptoms, and he gave information about the condition and how to heal it. He also talked about the future and other things, but the majority of his readings deal with holistic health and the treatment of illness. Still today, individuals from all walks of life and beliefs receive physical relief from illnesses or ailments through information given in the readings. Some readings given as far back as 100 years ago. But I can give you a recent example. One frequent treatment Cayce suggested for arthritis and similar conditions was castor oil, applied usually in a massage. I recently have been having a lot of problems with my left knee, and I was doing all the recommended treatments, ice, elevation, bind my knee, without much change over 3 or 4 months. And then I remembered the castor oil treatment. I got some. I started massaging my knee with it, and within a week the swelling and soreness are gone. Not only in that case, but in others, the evidence is clear. Edgar Cayce was a gifted healer, and thanks to the association, he continues to heal through his recommendations, which were written down as he gave them. Now, I'm telling you this not to make you Cayce fans, but as a demonstration of the fact that throughout history, there have been people with the gift of healing. Certainly, there have been a lot of fake healers, but in fact, some have demonstrated gifts for healing others in ways we don't understand, even with our advanced sciences of medicine and psychology. Now, certainly Jesus was an unusually prolific healer, and that was one of the reasons so many people were attracted to him. His healing was definitely special and demonstrated his connection to the powers of healing. But from a biblical point of view, his healing was only one aspect of what he did that fulfilled prophecy about the Messiah. As he told the followers of John the Baptist, "Go and tell John what you have seen and heard. The blind receive their sight, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, the poor have good news brought to them." Knowing prophecy, John would then have known that Jesus was in fact the Messiah. We do know that Jesus managed to alienate Jewish authorities, but it wasn't primarily his healing powers that upset the rulers and clergy of his time. There are several reasons they were upset with him, and in the case from today's Gospel of Luke, it was the fact he healed a woman on the Sabbath. One of the things that made Jesus unique as a healer and rabbi in his day was he challenged the Jewish establishment, that is the Sadducees and Pharisees, accusing them of making interpretations of the law based on their own ideals and concepts and not on God's intent in giving that law. In today's reading, the head of the synagogue chastises Jesus for doing work that is healing on the Sabbath. Jesus had been teaching, and if there are any teachers here, I consider teaching work also. That wasn't the belief at the time, I guess. Until this woman came in, seeing her misery, he healed her. No doubt, no questions asked, he saw her distress and acting out of love, performed the healing. But if you had been watching the leader of that synagogue when he healed her, you might have thought Jesus had just thrown the synagogue cat across the room or something equally outrageous. There are 6 days on which work ought to be done, and come on those days and be cured, and not on the Sabbath day. Heaven forbid. Jesus chides him for this response, pointing out the man would apparently die on an ox or a donkey over a suffering person, which made healing a person okay on any day of the Sabbath. Do you think that was what God intended when he said, "Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy," which is the third of the 10 commandments? Do you think that God wanted that woman, wants any of us, to suffer needlessly? If a person were to take that third commandment literally, or interpret keeping a day holy as forbidding any healing to occur, would they have really understood God's intent? Not according to Jesus. But wait, you might say, I agree. God said keep the day holy, and I'm going to do what God says. Well, in order to do that, you have to do more than read one line in the Bible. You have to put it all into context and ask, well, what's the basis for this commandment? And that's when we need to turn to Jesus for guidance. He told us clearly, the first and greatest commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. And the second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. So if this is the basis for all the law and the prophets, what's missing for the synagogue leader on that day? Yes, an understanding. Understanding that the basis for keeping the Sabbath holy is love. Pure and simple. Yet that leader might counter with, well, by prohibiting work on the Sabbath, I am loving God with all my heart, soul, mind, and strength. But that might be except for one thing. Jesus declared that the second commandment is like the first. They belong together. Can you actually love God without loving neighbor? In Matthew's Gospel, Jesus talks about what is known as the final judgment, and clearly names how love of God and neighbor works. He says, as you have done to the least of these, you have done to me. Conversely, in the same passage, Jesus points out, truly I tell you, as you have not done it to one of the least of these, you have not done it to me. Clearly, Jesus links love for God with love for neighbor. If you want to do one without doing the other, I'd say good luck. Don't think that is possible. Even though the synagogue leader in this case was upset about the fact that healing was done on the Sabbath, not that healing was a sin, there were some Pharisees that were suspect of his work, especially casting out demons, which seemed to result in symptoms of disease disappearing. According to Matthew, when Jesus cured a man who was blind and mute, the Pharisees said, it's only by Beelzebub, the ruler of the demons, that this dog casts out demons. In fact, non-traditional healing is suspect even today. And of course, there's good reason to be cautious when seeking non-traditional help, but at the same time, a true healer, whether traditional or non-traditional, is truly gifted by God. In his first letter to the Corinthians, Paul says one of the gifts of the Spirit is healing. Some churches teach that faith healing is stopped. Others base their services primarily upon healing. We have a healing service here every Thursday, and in our church we have the Society of Saintly Physician, which is focused on Jesus healing through prayer primarily. Edgar Casey was somewhat anguished by his own gift for some time, as he was a devout Christian and was concerned that some sort of satanic power might be playing itself out through him. However, he continued to teach Sunday school. He attended church every Sunday and read the Bible through every year until he died in 1945. The success of his cures is well documented, and an association continues to research his remedies to find out how they work. So healing is truly a gift, and it's a gift which is a perfect manifestation of love. If love is defined as wanting the best possible for someone, healing is indeed one genuine expression of love. There are many examples of healing in the Bible, with Jesus being the ultimate great healer. But when it comes to expressing love, no one has ever matched Jesus' demonstration of love for us. Truly, he sacrificed himself so that we all might be forgiven and experience eternal life. That, my friends, is more healing than we sometimes realize. It's the ultimate expression of God's love for man. More than healing the body, through his sacrifice, Jesus has offered healing for the soul. Let us pray. Most holy God, we thank you for loving us so much. You offered your only Son as a perfect sacrifice. Today we pray especially for the safety of those who are responding to the mountain fire of the grave, for those who are being once again traumatized by having a fire in their neighborhood. Dear Lord, pour out your healing spirit on those who are suffering, who will suffer from post-traumatic stress as a result of the fire. We pray these things in the name of our Lord and Savior,